Inoue's promoter, his Japanese promoter, saying that basically in the future they looking to, if he can move up multiple weight classes, they looking to make a showdown with Gervonta Davis. Now, Gervonta Davis said he would be down to fight Inoue if he can get up and weight. And in addition to that, he also said that he will be there. He might be there ringside. Well, he can't be there no more since he was jailed, but he was planning on going ringside for Inoue and Fulton. But then obviously he got house arrest, and then he violated house arrest, and then, you know, so I don't think it's 90 days to be up by then. So, but and a lot of people saying, well, it look like they overlooking Stephen Fulton, and the video was going around on Twitter, or the promoter basically saying that they looking forward to the future to fighting Gervonta Davis and making that type of money, and that's huge money, you know, stateside or on the other side. But I think they said basically they kind of want to make him that global name, and you really can't be a global name in pro boxing without, you know, being the global name in the United States. And to be honest, that's a lot of weight to move up. You know, if they meet at 130, you know, he still got a ways to go. But, you know, a lot of people feel like they're overlooking Stephen Fulton. And Fulton has been, you know, it's been some little bit of sparring footage that came out of him. And I think a lot of people dismissing Stephen Fulton because he's not the biggest puncher in the world. You know, but I think it's a, you know, I think you need a certain amount of punching power at most weight classes to keep guys honest, even with a lot of skill. But I think it's important, can you take the punch? You know, can you be able to take that punch? So, you know, it seemed like they kind of like overlooking him over there. You know, it's Fulton, you know, it's Inoue coming into a new weight class. It's Fulton who big for the weight class. You know, and at the end of the day, it might be the best matchup on paper in boxing. Now, I know Spencer Crawford, they both known to be able to punch, and they both glorified names in the sport of boxing, and rightfully so. Not to say glorified as a disrespect. But this fight happened the same week. I think it happened the 25th, so I think that's like a Tuesday. But them continuing to make plans ahead of the Fulton fight is wild. Like, you know, Fulton ain't even got a chance. And we know, you know, them Asian fighters, they can punch. And we know fight fans fall in love with the power, and they like, well, you know, Fulton can't punch, he ain't got a chance. But that ain't what boxing is about. It is about it is about hitting and not getting hit. And I do have an idea of how he gonna approach this fight. I mean, it's a couple ways. How many, you know, I've seen some footage of Inoue icing his sparring partner and like another Asian guy. But, you know, like I think what Tim Tszyu did was one of the smartest things in boxing that you can do. He got in the gym with a lot of black fighters, and he understood what make them tick. He understood what make them tick. So he understands how to fight them. In a new way, I don't know if he has or hasn't, but he needs to get a bunch of American sparring partners, black American sparring partners in and get familiar with that style. And maybe he's already got familiar with the type of style, or maybe he feel that, you know, he got the power to overcome any style. You know, he do everything right, he turn his punches over right, he can stick and move, he can come forward. I mean, he balanced, got solid defense. But Fulton is something that you don't see at those lower weight classes. You know, that slick fighter that can fight inside, strong guy. You know, understand how to leverage his opponents. And I think, you know, Fulton either going to try to gauge his power, try to make a Inoue miss and make him pay, or he going to try to, you know, strap his nuts on, close the distance, smother Inoue on the ropes and try to just smother him like Andre Ward, you know, did some of his opponents and try to beat him up on the inside. I think that's, you know, a couple things that he might try. You know, that's a couple things that he might try. You know, either just, you know, style on him on the outside, stick and move, outbox him, make him miss, make him pay. But Inoue will put punches together. And that's the thing about fighting guys that's slippery. You know, it's one thing they make you miss, but if they got to think about 2 or 3 punches coming back towards you, a lot of them can't A lot of them can't, score off that. But, that's the thing about it. If you throw 1 or 2 shots and you can counter those shots, that's why it's hard. That's why they say to throw punches in bunches. But if you get a fighter that can counter you, even if you throw punches in bunches and punch in between those combination punches, Inoue might be in trouble. But I find it funny that they kind of like talking about future plans already. Like, this dude done already lost. Like, he ain't got one half of the division. They already counting dog out. They already counting dog out. So, but I mean, at the end of the day, when you got an attraction, and maybe if he lose, they don't feel like it would matter. Maybe they feel like, hey, it depends on how he lose, that he'll still be able to move up in weight and he'll still be able to handle his business. But who knows? But I think Fulton is gonna grapple in that, or he gonna soak in that underdog role. He gonna see that clip of that promoter talking about Tank Davis and doing other things in the sport of boxing, and I think it's gonna motivate him. I haven't determined the winner yet. I ain't broke down no film. I've seen him fight multiple times, both of them. 2 of my favorite fighters. I think Fulton is the most talented fighter on PBC roster overall. Might not be the most popular, but you don't really see a lot of black fighters get down that small to those weight classes. So that's kind of like how I'm gonna be interested in how Inoue gonna handle the Philly slick black American style of Inoue. And I heard somebody else say, like, well, how do you think Inoue gonna deal with the black style? And a lot of people say, oh, y'all want to make it race. I don't think it's about, yeah, it is. It is. I mean, I won't say it's about race, but that black style, bro. Like, Tim Tszyu, you notice, he said, I know how to fight these guys because he been in the gym with them. So that's one thing to think about. He been in the gym with those guys. And if you never fought those guys, it's gonna be somewhat of a shock. But I guess people figure that maybe Inoue preparing for him, or possibly, his technical fundamentals is gonna carry him through. And maybe they just thinking, oh, he got the home court advantage, so it ain't gonna matter. So to me, it's gonna get very interesting. Very interesting. But I wonder if it's a rematch clause and would it have to take place back in the States? I think that's a great question to ask. But I think it's July 25th, Tuesday. It's gonna be early in the morning, ESPN Plus. But I find it funny that they kind of like already act like Fulton lost. But that's one of the natural occurrences in boxing, even amongst hardcore fans. We get caught up in the power aspect of it. We get caught up in the power aspect of it. And getting caught up in the power aspect of it, we think power to end all be all. And when Arthur Abraham had crushed Jermaine Taylor the way he crushed Jermaine Taylor, we all got caught up in the hype of his power. And it wasn't about war boxing skills and how you can take away power. You can take away power. Do power give you a nice edge? Yeah, give you a lot of margin for error. And it also helps sometimes create bad habits and allow you to get away with bad habits, a la Deontay Wilder. But it can always, it's the ultimate emergency card. It's the ultimate bailout card. For sure. So, but I think them overlooking Fulton got something to do with, I think him, the lack of power I think it got a lot to do with him not being able to punch. And would I rule out him stopping the Inoue? I would not. It's gonna be tough. Not saying that's what I'm picking, but I wouldn't rule it out. I wouldn't rule him out stopping the Inoue. Just how physically strong he is. And Inoue can pop, but how physically strong is he gonna be? It's one thing to fight Nonito Donaire when he put on 20 pounds and he break your orbital bone because he put on 20 pounds, but he's still sluggish and slow. Fulton is young enough to put that weight on and still, you know, and still be able to be fully operational, putting that additional rehydration weight on. So let me know what you girls and guys think. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Next subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance to get notifications. We go live or drop a video. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Hit the link tree, find me on Twitter, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal. Appreciate the love and support. Let me know what you girls and guys think in the comment section. Peace.